Nice lady.
All hail the King of the West!
King of the West!
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Sorry we were not on yesterday. The internet crashed. It was a weird day. Father's Day. I went to buy my daughter her first car. And she went to CarMax and made an appointment and had a car that she was interested in. Took care of it all by herself. And we go there and we test drive a car. And I'm like, yeah, that'll do. And Devin's like, yep, I like the car. It was a bit more than I thought, but not crazy more. I kind of expected that because, you know, when you buy a car, like whatever the tag is, then all of a sudden it turns into something else where you're like, what? But it wasn't that bad. But, you know, I got checks from my business manager and I got everything ready to go because I planned it. And then they said they needed to log into my bank account. And I'm like, what? I don't even know the password to my bank account. I have a business manager. So my bad. So now I feel bad that I cannot buy my daughter a car today when I said I would, because I don't know my bank account number. But then turns out I told some people and they're like, do not show them your fucking bank account number, like your bank account. They don't have to see that. But I think the owner was, I don't know, I could be completely wrong, but I think we got profiled a little bit for being sketchy, and it just seemed like I was ready to buy the car outright. I had the money to buy the car completely, and, you know, put it in my daughter's name. It just seemed like my story was, wow, it's a lot to steal a car. But he's like, yeah, my boss is just not going to allow it. And I was like, wow, okay. So I leave, and I'm pretty bummed out because, you know, it made me feel inadequate because I couldn't do the thing that I said I could do. And I was like, I make good money, and I can't buy a fucking Camry right now? Like, fuck. So it kind of bummed me out. And then Devin and Tiger and Katie were very supportive. It's okay. And, like, my daughter's being very nice to me. Obviously, I'm buying her a car, but still, I don't know. Kids are weird, and they don't show that they care that much. And she was really being supportive and very grateful. So it made me feel good about it. And then I got home from not buying a car on Father's Day, and that was really my thing that I was looking forward to the most. Father's Day, I'm going to buy my daughter a car. Also, Father's Day blowjobs I would have wanted too, but that didn't happen either. I think I saw a TikTok or something where it was some joke about Father's Day and a dad was showing all these pump moves. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's what you get for Father's Day. So TikTok ruined me. And then I get home and my phone doesn't work and the TV doesn't work. I'm like, what? And then Katie's on the phone talking to the cable people, and they go, what's your account number? And she goes, oh, I don't know that. It's still okay. We solved the problem. But just hearing that I don't know the account number twice in one day and it's fucking me over, it made me feel inadequate again. Where I was like, fuck, dude, you don't even know your fucking account for your fucking business manager. At least just have it written down. It's Sunday. They're not around. So nobody could give me the info. The TV dies. Of course, Katie's MacGyver, so she figured out how to make the TV work with her phone or something. So I'm like, okay.
Hotspot.
Yeah, but I was no phone, no TV, and you're done for the day. I was like, oh, I want to go outside now because I'm so bored, but I don't really want to go outside because I'm tired. And I was like, this is fucking, I am addicted to fucking phones and TV because I'm stinging right now. Somebody play a screen of stupid shit immediately. And then so then that's that day. And then the next day we go to another place and a better place, better car, better looking car. This one's a Camry SE, so it's a sports edition. And it's got the tags are blacked out. I was like, that looks cool. It's got tinted windows. I was like, it's fucking cool. It looks cool, and it's to me, it's a piece of shit. But just looking at it, I was like, it's fucking good shape, good rims, nice tires. Like, this car's not an ugly car at all, and it's very reliable. If you Google it, it's like the most reliable car you can get. It's secondhand. And then I tried to put her name on it. That was my whole thing. Try to give her credit, start credit. And they're like, oh, she's not 18. You can't put her on it yet. And I'm like, okay, so I'll just buy it outright, and then I can put her name on it when she's 18. They're like, yeah. I was like, okay, I guess that'll do. I just really wanted to do this. And I can tell Devon's similar to me, where she's like, yeah, this is the car I want. Let's just get this and go. Like, I don't want to do this bullshit with these guys. And I'm like, hey, me too. Like, you want to get that one? Let's get that one. And then the guy realizes that I'm famous. He's like, I didn't know you were famous. And I'm like, oh, God, Devon's laughing at me.
Oh, my God.
And then he goes, so what's your relationship with these ladies? And I'm like, what? I'm pretty sure I said it's her first car. So does that mean you think that I'm buying this 17-year-old her first car and she's also my side piece with my wife? Yes, that's what he thought.
When he saw her passport, he goes, whoa, are you guys related?
That is an astonishingly stupid human.
I mean, I don't know. I wonder sometimes what people think when we show up, like what we look like, or we look like. We don't have any, organization or morals, or I don't know. Some people jump to crazy conclusions, but I was like, what? I'm like, just so you know, dude, this is going on the air. He's like, yeah. I'm like, yes, I'm definitely bringing up that the guy bought a car.
I'm that stupid? I get to be on the show?
He wasn't. He was a really nice guy, actually. I really enjoyed buying a car off him, especially compared to CarMax the day before. And I've told you guys, I was going to let it fly because it's cheaper and it's a smarter car to buy. But I've told you guys that when you got a CarMax sticker on the back of your car, you're usually a really bad driver. That's what I found. That and anybody who drives a RAV, watch out. Like, if they have a CarMax sticker and it's on a RAV, fucking don't. Like, if you're on a motorcycle, get the fuck out of the way.
Don't split that lane.
That person is going to change lanes or brake or do something. So, get the car, and then I got to do trick tips. So, I went to the world's shittiest ramp, the Van skate park, and it was very cute because my daughter was the videographer, and because I just bought her a car, she was very helpful.
Played ball.
Yeah. But it was just cute to have her hang out, and she was very excited and happy about having a car, so she was talkative, and we got to hang out and then skate, and she's filming shit to wear a fucking helmet. They made her wear a helmet to be on the ramp. So she had a fluorescent green helmet on. She was like super bummed about that. And then the guy comes and he goes, hey man, you got a gold wristband? I go, no. I just looked at him. I'm like, no, this one's purple. And he goes, yeah, you can't be on the ramp. This is a gold pass.
How do you get the gold pass?
You got to be somebody, or they don't let you ride the ramp. I guess I should have guessed because there was a gate, and I just moved the gate out of the way and walked in there. But I also thought, I don't know. Remember one time I've posted a video where I was in the little power scooter when I had the knee surgery, and I was riding the skate park, and I posted it, and someone said, you shouldn't be there doing that. And Chris Markovich said Jason Ellis can do anything he wants in a skate park for the rest of his life. That's how it works.
Right.
So we have that attitude. Like when I saw the gate, I was like, I'm riding the fucking ramp. And then the guy comes and he goes, yeah, man, you're supposed to have a gold pass. The people at the gate are asking me to get you out of here. And I go, dude, really? Like, I'm just trying. And I know I'm going to get away with it, because if I wasn't going to get away with it, I would have FaceTimed Steve Caballero and said, hey, man, tell this guy that I'm riding this fucking ramp right now. I would have gone that far. Or Steve Van Doren and be like, yeah, man, I know the owner of every, like, just, I'm okay. Like, if I got hurt, I'll walk off. Like, I'm not whatever you're worried about.
Yeah.
And he goes, it's cool, man. I know who you are. And I was like, because I said, let me just do one more and then I'll leave. Because I was almost finished anyway doing this trick. Because I didn't want to ride the ramp. It's a fucking terrible ramp. It's not terrible. It's just really small and crooked. And I don't want to get used to it because then it's harder to skate Tony's. So I'm like, I'll just do this trick real quick and I'll get the fuck out of here. And I was like, can I just film one more? Which totally reminded me of being a kid. I don't know why, but there was a lot of scenarios where I was like, let me have one more. And people are like, you got to get off. That happened a lot in my life. And then he goes, it's cool, man. I know who you are. You can do a couple more. Finish the trick. And I was like, oh, cool. Thanks, man. So then I do this trick. We were probably there for 20 minutes. Just real quick did this trick and then sent them the video. And then Devin drove me from the ramp to her house. And that was really cool. I was very proud of her. She got better in like 5 minutes. And I gave her like a bunch of advice on not to be that person. It's like, no daughter of mine is going to be in the fast lane going slow. Like, you're my blood. You got to help everybody get where they're going.
Kevin, what was your first car situation?
So my first car was a Raider, which is like a kind of a boxy Jeep-looking thing that was used pretty much just as like a beater car on the job site. And my dad just like, once I got my license and a little bit afterwards, because I didn't get it right away, but he just like gave it to me. But it reeked, it was dirty, and if you went up any sort of incline, all this water poured out from somewhere and got on your feet.
I love shitty cars.
Yeah.
Oh, it was bad.
When I moved to LA, I thought I had a car lined up, and then the car dealer who I randomly knew in Los Angeles, between when I got to know him in New York and when I got out here, was diagnosed with terminal cancer.
Oh
and
my
was
God.
like, I'm not going to die selling Hondas. So by the time I got out here, he'd moved to Mexico and was just surfing. And so now I needed to get a plan to get a car. And you know me, I don't know anything. I know far more now than I did then, and I still don't know anything. So I was just driving. There was a place. I think it might still be around. I can't imagine what they do there now, but it's called $6.99 Rent-A-Car.
Cool.
It was fucking awesome,
Yeah.
dude. $6.99 per day. And you would just go there and get some atrocious piece of shit that no way could ever pass a smog test or any kind of inspection. Most of them didn't have AC. Sometimes you come back and be like, one of the wheels doesn't turn. And the guy'd be like, I don't have any more cars today, but if you want to come back tomorrow, I can see if I can swap it out for something else. Like, it's the most quasi-legal operation. Like, we had a location walking distance of Swing House.
In Australia, they have Rent-A-Wreck.
Yeah, Rent-A-Wreck was a thing around here too.
Okay.
Yeah, but even in 2005, $6.99 was like, that was like a Happy Meal with a side of McNuggets. You get a shitty car for a day. The smell of those cars is unforgettable.
I have a text message that's really long
Nice.
when he wants us to call, but I don't know. Hey, Jason, big fan, number one of you and Katie. You two are therapy for me. You say outlandish things, your rants, Katie's great attitude, and both of you are no bullshit. That's bullshit attitudes. Love you both. It's hard to catch a live show lately since the snow melted. I am having a brain issue and can T-seam. I don't know. Make them on time. I can't seem to make them on time, I think. I don't miss a show, though. Just sometimes I don't get the live ones. Call me for some brain talk. I have a cyst in the center of my brain that's inoperable and some brain damage. They have to scrape off my brain. Also, I have a few great ideas like how to get blind Anthony hitting the mega ramp and ways to save people from catastrophic injuries from falling great heights. Both ideas are well worth millions. I'd like you to and me be the CEOs. Everyone you know and who wants in can jump on and join.
The CEO of getting Anthony on a ramp.
Yeah, we're in charge of it.
This guy's DM'd you before.
He has?
Yeah, because I remember reading this. You were like, this is long, read this for me. And he was like trying to pitch you some sort of revolutionary brain protection he's invented.
Anthony tried to drop in on Tony's ramp the other day.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And didn't make it and ate shit.
Was it bad?
Yeah, he called me.
Oh.
He goes, I just tried to drop in on Tony's ramp. I'm like, really, dude? Because he's not good enough to drop in on Vert yet. And he can't fucking see.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I slammed. And I'm like, you okay? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, you didn't hit your head, did you? He's like, I hit my head on my shoulder. I'm like, okay. And you sure you're okay? He's like, yeah, I'm okay. It was awesome. And then I go down there like a couple of days later and see Tony. And Tony's like, yeah, man, Anthony came here, dropped it in. He said he like fell out to the flat and just ate shit hard.
Oh.
And afterwards he was thanking Tony and got all emotional, and he's a fucking good dude, man.
He really is.
Yeah, and Tony was like really, Tony loves it when people love skateboarding, and Anthony is he's a real one,
Yeah.
because his passion is it's fucking incredible. Like dropping in on that ramp with that ability, and then just I'm not looking out of the equation. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, he really is amazing.
I don't want to drop in with my eyes closed. I used to do it in a demo every now and then. I used to put a blindfold on for one of these Tony demos where at the end of the show it was just a good thing to do. I'd put a blindfold on, drop in, and somebody would do an air over me.
Yeah.
And after a couple of times, I started folding the blindfold less so that I could see at least a shadow, because I was fucking almost killing myself. And I ride that ramp all day. And he did it. He can't ride. And he did it. But he's awesome.
Yes, agreed.
Did you know Aaron Shatter is on Instagram and ready to fight?
Really?
Yeah, all we need is a hard cock Nick.
He did send in videos.
Aaron Shatter?
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh. I'm listening. And
At
watching.
Aaron Shatter on Instagram, if anybody wants to check his stuff out. He just showed up.
Oh, okay. I'll give
I
that a
also
follow.
misspelled Aaron. Aaron's a tricky one for people, it seems.
It makes no sense. I agree.
Yeah.
Why do you need two R's?
You mean
Or two A's?
2 A's.
I
Yeah.
don't like it.
When we were in the thick of the whole Aaron Carter drama, like so many people on social media just cannot spell Aaron. But maybe that makes it funnier.
That was a joke on Key and Peele. There's a black teacher in a white school, and he's pronouncing all the white kids' names like they would be pronounced if they were black kids. So he keeps calling the kid Aaron.
Adam22 texted me saying that he was just watching some interview with me and Hard Rock Nick and wanted to know the backstory and stuff. I don't know why he was watching old shows or where the fuck he gets it, but he was.
I know that was in the throes of the YouTube algorithm for a while. Like when it was showing the strip fight to people and that blew up to like 20-something million views. Once it was done with that, it seized on Hard Rock Nick. And then I think it jumped over to The Who when we had The Who in the garage.
That's cool.
Yeah.
These guys seem like they're making a good go of it. And why not?
Holy shit, an even longer one.
Nice.
Hey fellas, my name is Steve. Been listening for almost 15 years. I wanted to let you know how important the show is to me. To start, Jason motivated me to stop drinking almost 6 years ago, and it only made my life better. At the time, I was living with my parents, battling depression, hated myself, felt like I had no purpose. Once I stopped drinking, I got into training a lot, got more self-confident, ended up meeting a woman who ended up becoming my wife. We have a 1-year-old now, and I couldn't be happier. I also lost my best friend in January to one car accident. It's been tough, but for 3 shows every week, keep me laughing, and I look forward to them more than anything. I just wanted to express how much of an impact you guys have, and thank you for helping even in the smallest way, allowing me to laugh every week. Love you guys. That's very nice, Steve.
Love you too, Steve.
Thank you, Steve. That is what we're trying to do, so it's good to know that it works for people. So that's great. Thank you. Someone needs to update Katie's IMDb page already. You're killing it in the mines, by the way, Katie.
Thank you. I'm really sick of hearing that though. Not the killing it part, but the IMDb part. I know it's I don't have an agent or anything, so I don't know how to go about doing that. The IMDb links to a Katie Ellis that's like a British child.
What?
Yeah.
How many episodes have you been in now?
3.
Nice.
Yeah. The season just ended, so I was in the season finale too.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Are you alive?
I'm alive.
Yeah.
I could come back. You never know.
Someone says, how heavy is Aaron's Charter? I don't know for sure, but I think... Oh, does it say it?
Yeah, I think I have that information for you.
Awesome.
1 second. Let me find where that window went. Okay, Aaron Charter appears to be 6'2" and 194 pounds.
Okay.
Bit of a big boy. Yeah. Wonder how different that is. The real Aaron is not short, right? He's certainly heavier than the real one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fairly tall.
Right? I would say he's at least 6 foot.
Yep.
But he's sometimes it seems like he something gets in the way of him eating.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's very busy and often forgets.
Someone said, serious compliment, mate. Your reading gets better every show. Aw.
He is listed as 6'1" and 165 pounds.
Aaron,
the
Aaron
real
Carter?
the real Aaron Carter.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll buy that. He's very lithe. That's a word, right?
I'll take your word for it.
Sure.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so if there's a hard cock Nick out there that weighs about 190, hit us up.
Yeah. So we have video of Aaron Charter.
Yes. Yeah.
Audio?
Yep. Okay, so he sent in 2 videos. One of is him, in character.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just giving himself a little introduction,
That's
and then
what
I
we
also
want.
have a video of him hitting a bag. All right, let's see here. Okay, Aaron Charter. World, prepare yourself to meet Aaron Charter.
I'm really excited. Can you tell?
Kevin, come tar crap. This be Aaron Charter. I'm shouting out to you. Be watching out for my boxing video coming your way soon. Don't you miss it, boy.
Was
Does
that
he have
guy's
babies in the
wife
car?
and child?
Yeah.
Shut up, your daddy's
It's a free
making-
family.
Your daddy's making a video.
Hey, daddy's being funny. He's got a bunch of fake tattoos all over him. He's cool.
Yeah, that's
He's got
great.
a grill. All right, and then
Barbed wire necks.
here we have him at the pool hitting a heavy bag.
Is that a heavy bag hanging on the ground?
It's like leaning up against a wooden wall.
Fuck. That's the best spot for a heavy bag ever.
I like the can of gas that's just there for some reason.
He's gonna set it on fire. That would be cool. Is he building a house or something?
Or destroying one.
Huh.
I think it's a deck.
Is that
Holy
heavy
shit.
bag filled with old laundry?
Aaron Charter is not much better than Aaron Carter.
Yeah, Hard Rock Nick, if you're 190 pounds and
You got an easy fight here.
yeah, do not hit too hard.
Wow, Charter's going hard. Nice.
Please, Charter, don't hurt him.
Wow, Charter. You got 9 months. You'll be alright. Okay. So yeah, if there's anybody out there that wants to be Hardcock Nick, you do have a fight. It's that easy. 190, you don't know how to fight at all, and you want to paint a fake beard on your face. Got you a fight. And think about the pro and be creative, because I
Yeah.
want to show videos of you guys talking shit to each other.
It would help if your body vaguely resembled a calzone.
Yeah, if you could somehow be fat, that'd be cool. That would help a lot.
While we're at it, are there other videos, Kevin?
Yeah, we got a couple. This gentleman who is known as Odd Rod, who fought Tripoli, I believe, in a musical chair fight. I think he was the first one eliminated. He's 5'7" and 145 pounds. He's got like a little bit of an MF Doom thing going. He's wearing a mask to hide his real identity.
Hello, Ellis fam. This is Odd Rod, and I will for sure be at Ellis Mania. Will I be fighting? That's up to you. Let's go!
Looks like he snagged one of those rare wolf knife moo-moos.
Yeah.
Why is that so big?
Wow.
Man,
What is he doing?
man. Do not bring your girlfriends to Ellis Mania.
Yeah.
Odd Rod's fucking everybody's chick.
Oh, man, those uppercuts are special. All day.
He's being attacked from all sides.
All day. He's fighting like 17 people.
Odd Rod's got a motor.
Yeah. I'm impressed. Very impressive stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Odd Rod.
Yeah, he's on the list.
Has there ever been a fight between? No offense to Odd Rod, not obviously a tremendously experienced or naturally gifted fighter, not a gigantic man or naturally strong person either. Has there ever been a fight between two very slight men where the fight could not end until somebody finally knocked somebody down?
Isn't that John Matthews?
Weren't there knockdowns?
He got knocked down.
Yeah.
Wait, who did he beat people though too?
He beat Blaine and John from Houston.
He did. I mean, that's a pretty weak fight. Sorry, guys.
Well, somebody else is interested in fighting John Matthews, but he admitted in his email that he's recycling an old submission video.
Yeah.
I don't know what the policy is on that. He looks like a slim guy, so I don't know if anything has really changed.
But he's never fought John Matthews.
I don't think so. No.
Did he fight at an Ellis Mania?
Not that I'm aware of.
So his video got denied? Or did he not show up? Because it
I don't
seems
know.
weird that we would say no. We usually let people fight.
So he's 5'5" and 130 pounds. I don't know if that would.
5'5", 130. This is a fight for Odd Rod.
Yeah, how Odd Rod's not that small.
Isn't he like? Didn't he say he was like 5'7"?
I didn't know. Okay, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, but what? But this guy wants to fight John Matthews. Look, if he can fight, maybe.
Yeah.
But if he can't fight, because John can fight now.
Yeah.
Let's see what he's got.
This is
Oh, we already showed this.
Oh, we
showed
did?
This, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We
Yeah.
showed this last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Blaine, and then he didn't. End
He
up
didn't
coming.
show up.
Oh,
Right.
okay. He must have just sent another one. All right.
That's the third time he sent it.
This is Vanessa
Finally,
has sent in a video.
she sent me her weight and stats,
Okay.
so I know.
All right.
I won't say what it is.
She is boxing a big dildo.
Yeah.
Jamal,
She
aka
is.
Hamal. Hamal.
She's almost like doing a podcast over this video that she submitted.
Beating the meat. She's slapping the
Okay,
salami.
this was a really
Alright.
good night. Dude, the speed. The fucking.
She got a little better.
Yeah.
That's sped up.
It is. Look at the TV.
Man. That was a good night.
I was like, man, she got faster.
Is she auditioning for the Benny
It's
Hill fight?
fucked up, Vanessa. You
Very
fucking
good.
tricked me. I was like, dang. And your
Totally.
pad guy
Oh, here it
needs
is.
to watch a YouTube
Scroll,
video.
scroll. You should have scrolled. I should have scrolled.
I don't know what's happening here.
Wait, is it Jen and Vanessa? Is it their show, maybe? Jen's show?
I do not know.
Yeah. Vanessa, if you're listening, or Jen, tell us if I'm right or not.
Oh my god, the marks.
All right, that'll
The
do.
marks.
Yeah, she tackled. Oh, no, keep going. I didn't know she was doing that.
Oh, this is an angry day. I had a bad day at work, probably.
Get that aggression out though.
Fucking cheat. You're showing it as a different speed.
Fuck your face.
Yeah, I can like train you like.
Fucking Vanessa, you sped it up.
You train like the pussies.
When you try to protect yourself, your gloves have got to touch your head, or they'll get punched into your head. It's a good right hook, though.
We don't like being called pussies.
All right, that'll do.
Yeah, is that Jen? Definitely sounds like it could be.
Yeah, tell us what that is. We want to know. But yeah, you're Vanessa's either in the female musical chair fight, or if there's somebody that makes sense to fight her one-on-one, I'll do that too. But right now, I feel like it's the musical chair female. We do already have another person that we picked a while back, I believe. So there's two. And I still need somebody to fight Jen if there's somebody with experience. I might ask my pro fighter friends if there's a girl in a gym. Because Jen's good. I need somebody that goes to the gym like Jen does.
Yeah, she's very good.
Yeah.
And this final video is from Zach. He is 6'2" and 210 pounds.
Hello, my name is Zach Campbell. I am 6'2", 210 pounds from Seattle, Washington.
Zach was raised on the streets.
Holy shit.
What?
He could hard rock Nick.
Oh yeah.
He's not very fat.
He's too tall.
He can wear like a padded, like put a little fat
Yeah.
pillows.
I'm just saying, I feel like size-wise he matches up okay with Aaron Charter, and skill-wise he matches up okay with Aaron Charter.
Yeah, you're right.
And he has at least the right hair color.
Could you become shorter and fatter in the next 10 months?
Yeah, that's the bit that makes it hard. He's not really. He's as tall as Aaron Charter. I guess it doesn't Hardcock Nick think he's 6 foot tall anyway.
Probably.
He identifies as tall.
Right. Really nice room.
It is.
Is it a garage? It's really
Or an
nice.
Apple store?
It's
I
very
know.
nice.
If that's his garage, I'm doing something terribly wrong with my life.
Yeah. I think he might be better for the musical chair fight, but
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. If you really want to try and do a hard rock Nick, but I think right now musical chair fight. But yeah, you're in, or a blindfolded dog collar, or pinata. So yeah, you're in. We'll find a spot for you.
Is there any chance of Anthony getting involved in something like that? He definitely wants to be.
Yeah, I'm just worried about
Yeah,
hitting him.
that's fair.
Like you hit him in the eyes. I don't know if it makes. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Well,
I'm
what
an
he has
idiot.
said in the past is, why can't he be in a blindfolded fight?
Yeah. Yeah.
I would not
He
want
is
to. I would not want to get hit by
incredibly-
that guy.
He is. I know. He's very tough.
He really, yeah, he's like monkey strong.
Yep.
Yeah, but he does make the compelling case that a blindfolded fight is the only fair fight he can be in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Mhm.
Because if you can drop in on Tony's ramp, you can fight at Ellis Mania.
Would it be possible to find him another like blind opponent to fight, just one-on-one?
I mean, he could fight his co-host.
Well,
I just don't know if they'd be into that.
right.
The blind beating the blind.
Yeah.
Is this wrong? I don't even know anymore.
Hey, can we find a deaf ref just for that one match?
Oh, that's awesome.
And mute announcers.
Should I call him?
Sure. I mean, you know what he's gonna say, but yeah. I don't know if I'm missing something here, but how could it be wrong for him to be in a blindfolded fight? And I would go so far as to say he needs to be blindfolded, because he'll tell you he can sort of make out shapes a little bit.
They both can, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
Hey, man. I'm calling you on the live Patreon show, so you're on the air right now.
what up?
We're talking about Ellis Mania and people saying that you wanted to fight, and I was like, well, he could be in the blindfolded dog collar fight, but then we thought it'd be better if you fought another blind guy. Would you?
Oh yeah.
Do you think your better half would fight you in a boxing fight?
Dan, would you fight me in a boxing fight?
What do you say?
He said, "What?" For Ellis Mania. Probably not. He doesn't want to get knocked out, he said.
Yeah, it's probably smart.
Who does?
Yeah.
What if we blindfolded you and I didn't have to be blindfolded?
Well, I gotta have a pro MMA fight that night.
Oh, damn it. We got to put it out there, dude.
What do you mean? Like us?
Like just ask the internet.
Oh, okay. Well, can you make a video and then I'll post it saying, "Hey, I want to fight another blind person," and then I'll post it and see if anybody does it.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be fucking great.
And I don't want to sound weird, but you might know more blind people than me, so if you do know somebody, that's
Yeah, I know. Because
as fit as
apparently
you.
you don't know too many blind people. We found out on the
Right,
show.
right. Because I haven't slept with one. That's
Yeah.
that's your theory. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Well, you
Do
got-
two PSAs. One for you to fight and one for me to have sex with a blind person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And Ellis Mania.
Yeah.
At Ellis Mania.
Yeah. Don't tell people, but it's April 8th is when you'd be fighting.
All right. Where is it?
Vegas.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Let's make this happen.
All right. All right. We'll make
All
a
right.
video. All right, dude.
All right, well.
See
All
you,
right,
mate.
love you, mate.
Love you, mate. There he is.
So another potential wrinkle on that, I always keep a little document going of ideas that have been thrown out there for Ellis Manias. He could also take part in a Marco Polo fight.
Yeah. How the other person has to say polo the whole time.
Yeah. I think you would have to do it where maybe you flip a coin for who's Marco in the first round, who's Marco in the second round, because there is some advantage to being the pursuer rather than the pursued.
Okay.
Although theoretically, it's a disadvantage to be the guy saying Marco, because that means you need to telegraph your location a little bit sooner than the other person does.
Yeah. And will you hear him in the crowd?
You'd have to tell people to shut the fuck up. I think people could play ball with that. I do. If we say, hey, guys, we have two fucking blind dudes who are seriously boxing each other and they can't hear each other say Marco Polo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I like our chances.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We could add that. We've got to find another blind guy, though.
Yeah. Somewhere in the notes, I think this was my idea from a number of years ago, a propeller fight. Okay, just stick their arms out and start spinning.
We were gonna somehow put
Yeah.
something that keeps their arms there but doesn't hurt people because
you can't have like a board across there.
right.
Yeah,
If the board
yeah.
hits somebody, it's
that's a
not
problem,
good.
and you could break an arm too. I do think there might be something there. I don't think there is something to the walk the plank fight that we suggested. We got as far as making up all of the characters that people would be playing in a walk the plank fight. We would need to come up with a Captain Kirk, a Captain Llewellyn Bono, a Captain Ron, and a Captain Crunch. We used to do 20 hours of radio a week. Sometimes you just kind of keep talking.
Yeah, that one's not gonna work.
No. And our old boss suggested a spin the bottle fight.
That's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah, I would do that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of old bosses, Friday's live show, we will have the great Will Pendarvis. Fuck yeah! Live this Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll be doing a Jeopardy with the great Will Pendarvis when we'll also, Kevin and Tully are going to try to dance fight like myself and Eddie the other day. So there'll be a live dance fight. There'll be Will Pendarvis Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Everybody should tell everybody to come check that out. It's going to be a great show.
I'm sure Will misses me terribly.
I can't wait for you to say something, some smart-ass comment and make him do that face. It'll be like old times.
It usually doesn't take that long.
No, it's pretty easy, actually.
You'd think there'd be a little bit of a honeymoon period, but I
Yeah.
doubt there will be.
Yeah, you're very good at that.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel like I help by
Yeah.
the joy that it brings me, that it doesn't bring him when he sees the joy on my face of you irritating him.
Yeah.
It's a 1-2 punch, I believe.
Yeah.
He's like, I can get past it, and then he sees my face. He's like, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck this shit. You guys all think this is funny. I'm like, incredibly.
I can't wait. I mean, what has Will been up to? It's been
working.
Yeah,
You
I
that
know, but
place?
what about the rest of the time?
He roams the streets still. I think he's up to the same thing.
He's been a little bit more active on Instagram lately.
Yeah, I saw him post how he was a bit sad that he doesn't work with any of us.
Super cool dudes?
That's what it seemed like anyway. It seemed like it was directed at us.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. Everybody else does suck.
Most of the other shows there would be...
They're not that Will friendly.
No. Most of the shows there, it's just a job.
We had a thing.
Just working with most of those shows there, they're just fucking plugging holes. It's like, hey, my name is Scooter, and I know everything about fantasy hockey. And it's like, yeah, sure, fucking Scooter's fantasy hockey. Great. What time's the show over? It's not something you fucking, that's something you get really invested in.
Rob Garcia says, how about two people fight in a Hawk and Wolf costume? Hawk versus Wolf fight. Only if it's Tony Hawk. Hey, it's Vanessa narrating with my roommate over the music. Just had to send something at least. I don't care if you read the stats. 9 months for me to get in shape, and I'm sure The fuck I will. Not part of the podcast at all. Does that mean I wasn't supposed to read that? I don't know. Yeah, we'll get you a fight. This is somebody sent a lot. I want to get the rooms. I want to get the rooms take on this. Jesus Christ. How often should women wear matching underwear? And how often have any of you experienced matching underwear from partners in the past? Tons of times. I don't understand what is happening right now. I think it's weird when... I guess I don't care if it's not matching, but yeah, I've always thought that was kind of cool. I don't know. It's like I like color coordination, so why not match? I like the Calvin Klein thing. Girls that wear that, it's kind of my favorite thing. I mean, if you had two different colors, it would be messy.
Yeah, I'm adult. I don't even notice. I'm more interested in what's underneath them.
Well, I like packaging.
Yeah, I like packaging a lot. Yeah, I used to buy a lot of... there was one girl I dated I used to buy a lot of underwear for, and she was like, you take it off like instantly. Why am I bothering? And I'm like...
She don't get it.
Yeah.
He is also 5'5", 200 pounds, and only fought once at an Ellis Mania before. I will gladly fight Aaron Shatter as Hard Cock Nick you would be, if he'd be okay fighting a lady. Oh. What? And if he's not a pussy. I really want to fight again, but I'm just getting over pregnancy and a lot of weight gain, so I know I'd be hard to fit in with another girl. Well, you wouldn't be. You wouldn't be. I mean, Vanessa is 190. It might be a little bit more. And if you're saying you're going to lose weight, I know Vanessa's going to lose weight. So that's really a fight right there. You can fight Vanessa. You got to send in your video so we see how good you are. And yes, I forgot what you looked like because I don't remember everybody. So send that video in and we'll see what we can do. But I do not think that you fighting a guy is a good idea. Unless you're really good, then maybe we could think about it. But still, probably not.
Hard Rock Nick good.
Will in the flesh, Demon. Yes, here in the flesh. Yes,
on my lap.
Yeah, he's gonna be here on the show Friday,
fully nude.
We're gonna play anal ring toss with Will
and talk about bestiality.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we should definitely do a bestiality bit.
Oh my God, he can't stop us. Yeah,
he really can't.
I'll make a note of that.
Yeah. Fucking so many animals on Friday. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, that's
Will, which beast would you fuck if you had to
Yes.
fuck a beast?
Yes, the beast fucking game. Yep.
Kevin, how much money?
Kangaroo or a koala? Like just stuff like that.
Which one would you pick?
If I had to fuck a beast?
Yeah, well, they're sedated, so they're not going to attack you. Kangaroo or koala?
Oh,
they're like with it enough that they know what's going on. They're not unconscious, but they pose you no threat.
I
guess I would
koalas
fuck
have
the
a big pussy.
Yeah, I guess I would go with the
Might
kangaroo
be too
since they're
small.
bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, how big is a koala's vagina?
No.
Probably smaller than a
I
kangaroo's.
know I'm Australian, but I never got that deep in the cut. I've held one.
Yeah.
I feel like it doesn't have a big pussy.
Yeah, they're too tiny.
Yeah. I feel like it's like
How big are they? Like
fucking
yay
a
big?
Boston Terrier. Yeah. Bit bigger.
They're
Yeah.
that big, huh? Huh.
I'm Googling it.
Yeah. Because, like, people have sex with dogs. I'm not saying you should, but they do.
Yeah.
And some dogs are pretty small. I always feel like it's not, like, directly proportionate. You know what I mean? Like, the smaller you get, the bigger your genitals get, relatively speaking.
Female koalas have 3 vaginas.
Yeah, but how big
What
are
is
they?
it with you guys in Australia?
They're like vagina hoarders.
They can't be
Really?
very big.
Save some animal veg for the rest of us. I guess just find out how big a koala's erection is, and you're
Oh yeah.
in the
You're halfway
ballpark.
there.
Yeah, they packing or
How big is a koala's dick? Hold
Yep.
on, that's a new Google search.
We gotta know.
I bet you they have one of those weird forked marsupial dicks.
Yeah, why do I feel like I know that it's gonna like have like fucking like 6 heads that stick out in every direction. It's gonna have some
I
weird
think-
sprinkler cock.
Yeah, I think that's like an across the board thing with marsupials. Because I had my pet sugar gliders,
Yeah.
and I never saw his dick, but apparently they have forked dicks.
Yeah, it's a forked dick for koalas.
How big is it?
Not seeing any definitive size so far. It does not look very big though.
Yeah. He's got a forked dick, but all he wants to do is spoon.
Yeah, probably a kangaroo then. What bear would you fuck?
See?
Polar bear?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're racist.
What's types of bears? What's types of bears?
Panda,
Nah.
sun bear.
I would fuck a black bear just
Sloth
because
bear.
Kevin's a racist and I want to make sure black bears know that they're included.
Kodiak bear.
Ooh.
I think
Gri-
polar bears
grizzly.
are just endangered. If I'm going to have to fuck a bear, I want something rare. Some rare bear.
Okay.
Red pandas aren't actually bears, right?
What about a
Aren't they
Care
like
Bear?
raccoons?
Think they got a big enough pussy?
Yeah.
I'd fuck
They'd
a
probably
Care Bear.
I'd fuck
soft and fluffy.
I'd fuck the crap out of a Care Bear.
Yeah.
It's magical pussy.
Which
Glad we can all agree on that.
children's character?
I would
Tigger.
E.T.
fuck Bugs Bunny.
As the girl or as Bugs?
That's Bugs.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd let Elmer Fudd eat my ass. I think it'd be funny.
Tony the tiger.
Yes. Yeah.
Tony the Tiger. Okay.
He put effort in, that's for sure.
Yeah. He'd say your pussy's great.
Wow, I just Googled list of Care Bears
Yeah.
to see which one would be the best to fuck.
Yep.
And there's a lot.
Yeah, well, they just kept on cranking
That's
them
some
out
good fucking.
because the kids, if the kids bought all the toys, you always have to have the new one. It's like fucking.
Kids love fucking bears, Michael.
They do.
Oh,
It's a
I'd
good
probably
show for
fuck
Will.
Good Luck Bear. I could use some good luck. Maybe that'll rub off on my penis.
Don't give up.
I would love to fuck Garfield
He might be
just
too
because it would
small.
piss him off.
I'd piss on Garfield.
His ass is gonna smell like old lasagna.
It could be worse.
Pink Panther's kind of got a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. If that music's playing, I'll fuck him.
that's some pretty sexy fucking music.
What about Pepe Le Pew?
Too stinky.
He's a lover.
Yeah, I know. Maybe the cat chick.
Right.
I mean, Heathcliff's girlfriend for sure.
Who's Heathcliff?
Sophia.
He was the knockoff Garfield. He lived in like a turd hole or something.
She was a little bit like Miss Piggy E.
I'd fuck her too.
Okay. Okay, we've been down this road before. We both would prefer the bass player chick in the band.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Miss Piggy is fairly annoying. We just started rewatching the original 1970s, like The Muppet Show, and she's super annoying. Most of
I
them
wouldn't
are.
date her, but I would fuck her.
Yeah.
Because she's annoying.
No, she's pretty undateable.
Yeah. And she fucks frogs. So that's weird.
Yeah.
Might be frog residue in there or something.
Yeah, he's great because he sort of normalized chubby chasing.
Right.
Like, it was just understood that she was absolutely throwing him around in the bedroom, and obviously he was way more than okay with that. Kevin, how much would you need to get paid to do a 12-city live nude dancing show tour?
That's it? That's the end?
you're-
I'm not like fucking a koala or
No.
porcupine?
Coming to the stage, the gentleman you're all here to see tonight, Kevin.
You should do that for stand-up.
And you're fully nude.
Probably be funnier than my jokes.
You're fully nude, and you're on the pole, and you're shaking your anus around, and you're windmilling your dick. But
People
you're not,
love it, though.
But you're not allowed to like make it a joke. You have to try to make it as sexy as
Oh,
possible.
I have to try and be sexy?
Yeah,
it's a show.
Yeah.
I have
All
a
right,
number.
that made my price go up.
Okay.
12 cities, a one-and-done thing.
Yeah, so every other night. So this is a month.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna be exhausted.
Traveling the world.
You're gonna be exhausted from dancing every other night.
No, the travel.
Oh my god.
Oh, what? You don't get tired traveling?
Is it really
Traveling
that hard?
doesn't take anything out of you?
You traveling
fun,
by
though.
you traveling by covered wagon?
All right. Guess I'm the weirdo who gets
I think it's just weird that you're pointing out
Winded
the
traveling,
travel
okay.
is the thing that's throwing you off, not the nude dancing.
I mean, just
Kevin. If Municipal Waste was like, oh shit, our singer, we just realized he's fucking horrible and he always has been. We need you to step in and do these dates. 12 shows in over 24 nights. Do a show, take the next day off, travel. Do a show, you're going to be like, ooh, I think I might be tired from all of that traveling, Municipal Waste.
Well, I'm also not like, oh, that I won't be exhausted from that at all. It'll take zero out of me. Like, bands complain about that all the time.
They're gonna pay you.
Yeah. You're not going to do it for the rest of your life.
Job.
I
It's
know.
an adventure.
I'm
What's the
weighing the
price?
pros and
An-
cons.
an
Jesus
anus-
Christ, I
an-
thought this was a conversation.
An anus slinging adventure.
So how much?
$750,000.
Wow.
Wow.
My bunghole don't come cheap.
Yeah. I do for 100. 100 grand be nice.
It would be nice. But hey, if I'm setting my price,
Yep.
$750.
What about if you can do it for comedy?
$500,000.
Wow. Jesus
What?
Christ.
Oh.
Go be funny on a pole every other night.
Yeah.
500 grand.
Look, I'm giving out the goods.
For stand up?
People are going to get their $500,000 worth.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
It's going to be funny and a little horny.
Okay. Are we still doing comedy or are you nude again?
I don't know. This wasn't my fantasy.
Well, I just thought that the scenario I was really getting at is you're really dancing and trying to be sexy and you're showing everybody your nude body, a room full of strangers who are there judging you.
Yeah.
If I'm not talking about stand up in the other scenario, but now you can like leave your tighty whities on and just be like,
Yeah, throwing some silly moves.
yeah, exactly. So it's not stand up, but it's silly. It's silly pole dancing.
I'd be much more comfortable with that, which is why my price went down. But
I think 5 is pretty ambitious for that.
it's still,
I think
shameful.
I think I'll do it for 30.
I've lost a little
30
bit of
grand?
weight.
I think I put
but-
30 on the table. He's on the plane tomorrow.
Yeah. It'd be
don't
crazy not to. Nude one, I get you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But stand up, I'd do that in a heartbeat. 30 grand. That's a lot.
It's not bad for a month's work.
For comedy, unless you're fucking hot shit, that's a lot. Nobody does that. Yeah, I'd do that in a second.
Brad Pitt says he is on the last leg of his film career.
Aw. He wants to disappear?
Maybe. He said, I consider myself on my last leg. This is like the last semester. How do I want to design that, basically? How does he want to run the little old man era of his career? I will say this. I'm not trying to shit on the guy. He's handsome. He's awesome. He's amazing. I like Brad Pitt as much as the next person. I've gotten so used to seeing people not look older that I've seen the trailer for his new movie for some weird reason like 3 times where he's like fighting people on a train.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, Brad Pitt, he doesn't look like a kid anymore. He actually sort of a little bit looks his age.
I'm sure he still looks good.
Of course he does.
Yeah, I don't see... I'd be weird to not have him in movies. I don't care how old he is. But I get it. There's other shit in your life. And you have kicked the shit out of acting. You know? How much more do you need? Maybe he's sick of it.
I wonder if he is concerned about his face falling off.
I mean, when you're that good looking, it's got to be weird to not be as good looking, right?
Yeah, but I mean, previous Brad Pitts have done it and stuck around.
Robert Redford.
Yeah.
He's always seemed like that seems like the most obvious precursor to Brad Pitt, and that's a really good notion of how a Brad Pitt might age is to not be fucking 25-year-olds on screen, but to just be a guy who still looks very much
Lost
like
in a boat.
Yeah, like he belongs on screen.
Wow, I was looking forward to that Bullet Train movie that you were talking about.
Yeah.
until I just looked up the IMDb and found out it is 2.5 hours long. What is this fucking boner these last 5-10 years of making these movies so damn long?
It really is strange because they would make more money if they were shorter.
Yeah.
Because at this point, a big budget movie is like $1 million a minute to produce. Obviously, the shorter the movie, unless you fucking film a 3-hour movie and chop it down to 90 minutes.
Yeah.
And also, you can literally show it more often.
Yeah.
A 2.5-hour movie, that's a 7 or a 7:30 screening, and nobody's coming to the fucking 4 o'clock, and nobody's sticking around for the 10 o'clock. A 90-minute movie, you got, you do 7:30, you do 9:30. It's so strange to me that they keep on doing that. We went to the fucking, I told you we were going to the Jurassic Park movie. That's 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's 2.5 hours, right?
2.5 hours. Holy God.
Did that suck balls?
God, I hope it was fun.
I mean, dinosaurs doing stuff is always fun. And the original cast, it's probably cool to see them. But
I'll put it this way. I didn't even care about the original trilogy of movies, and I enjoyed seeing the old people in it and the way that they worked them together. So yeah, I worked on that level. I also just think the fact that you just know in these movies which characters like cannot and will not die, and when a movie's 2.5 hours long, that means Chris Pratt is getting chased by dinosaurs like 15 times. And it's like, I just don't care how many times a fucking velociraptor snaps its jaws shut 3 inches from his ass. Chris Pratt's not getting fucking, he's not even losing a leg to a dinosaur.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, though.
I don't know why they don't, like, I really liked that about the first of the most recent Star Wars. Spoiler alert. Like, Han Solo gets it.
No.
I was genuinely surprised.
Oh, no. I don't want to watch that. He was great.
Well, Han Solo's a more iconic character than Owen from Jurassic World. If you think they're unkill-offable people.
It's because they know they got a franchise.
Yeah.
Can't kill everybody.
Yeah.
I like Anaconda because almost everybody dies.
Exactly.
It's good.
I think one of the good things about those Star Wars movies is that they knew they were going to make 3, but Harrison Ford didn't even want to be in 1.
Right.
And then he's like, okay, I'll do 1. So they're like, cool. We could fucking kill off a main character.
Yep.
He wasn't going to come back anyway.
Yeah, because he wanted to die in the original trilogy.
Right, exactly.
He's really got a death wish.
He wanted the fugitive to get caught in like 20 minutes.
I get it.
I wonder if they'll kill him in that new Indiana Jones movie.
Please.
You definitely can't do another one after that, right?
Oh, my God. Oh, man. What about he makes it all the way through the entire movie to the last second, and he's just sort of like admiring his handiwork. You've done it again, Indy. And then some like weird metal blade, just he's standing at the camera, hero shot, weird metal blade goes out of his chest. He's clearly been impaled from behind, and he has that death realization, a little blood trickle on his face, and he falls to the ground, and a grown-up short stuff from Temple of Doom, the little Asian kid with all the gadgets in his jacket, is standing there having murdered.
Then he becomes Indiana Jones.
And he puts on the hat.
5 more fucking shows.
That'd be so good.
Harrison Ford is going to be 80 in a couple weeks.
All right, he should die. I mean,
yeah.
Unless-
Or run for president. Think of all that wisdom he's acquired. There's the sort of man that should be leading us.
yeah.
Or they do make another Indiana Jones, and he's just in a wheelchair but still using his whip to like swing across gaps in temples.
Dude, I'm telling you, Conan O'Brien made that joke fucking 25 years ago about Indiana Jones by the end was just going to be laying in bed and they were just going to be bringing him the treasures. And we laughed so hard. It was such a funny idea. And at that point, I think it was like in the year 2000, like whatever age they were projecting he would be, where Indy would just be in bed receiving treasures as presents. Harrison Ford is for sure older than that now. And he's still running around and punching people.
Go Hollywood.
It looks like they've got it filmed. It's listed as post-production. So
yeah,
they did all the hard work.
So yeah, the biggest problem with the new Jurassic World is that the actual central plot, and this is a pretty well-known thing, is not dinosaurs, it's bugs.
What? Dinosaur bugs?
I guess so. Yeah. Oversized locusts.
Ooh, that's scary.
They show them like once.
You don't think it's scary?
The plot of the new, I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything here. The plot is that somehow, some way, these Jurassic locusts are loose in the world, and they're eating all of the wheat crops. And without wheat, our entire global food supply will crumble. Like, literally everybody will die.
I'll be fine.
If the yes and no, though, because the wheat is also what they feed the pigs that become your bacon.
No meat.
Yeah.
You can still live.
But what I want to.
You can make that fake meat on a peach tree dish.
Yes.
Turn into a trans terrorist.
Just like Bill Gates wants.
Mm-hmm. I really don't want to eat that meat, though.
No.
I mean, I will, but I don't really want to eat meat.
Would you rather eat petri dish meat or bug-based meals? Like bug bars and bug paste?
If they figured out a way to make it taste good, yeah, because I like bugs.
But what if that synthetic meat tasted good?
Yeah, sure. I'm saying I'll do it.
Yeah. I also, I think people kind of quite naturally jump to sort of exaggerated conclusions about what that would mean. There's so many things that have mystery meat in them to begin with.
Chicken nuggets.
If your Hormel chili became peach tree dish meat, what difference would it?
Yeah, like a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah. People ask the question, but is it ever going to be as good as like a prime New York strip? No, probably not. It doesn't need to be. If that was the only thing that we were getting from cows, we would be using a lot less cows. Can it be as good as Arby's? I'm listening. Maybe.
Maybe. That's not tough to beat at all. Shit is disgusting.
Yeah, I agree that Arby's sucks ass.
I had a little run with Arby's.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and revisit it.
I like sandwiches, but I don't know, something bad about it. I don't like the sliced or like crunched meat.
Deli meat?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm partial.
Something about it.
Well, it definitely depends on the meat, because the nature of that shit means you can get away with shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason why you can't take prime filet mignon and slice it and make an amazing roast beef sandwich out of it, but that's not what they do.
Right.
When you go,
If they did that, it'd be good.
Yeah. I went and got turkey yesterday, and it's fucking a sad, low down, dirty shame, what they call turkey. And the chick sliced it too thick, which is terrible, because now you can actually see the texture of it.
Yep.
Because I'll go buy boneless turkey breasts, and dude, you throw it in the oven for 45 minutes on 325, and you slice it up, you put it on a sandwich. That's the day after Thanksgiving. It's fucking awesome. But the shit that they sell you at Ralph's is compressed. Fucking, it's basically turkey lips and assholes. I noticed they finally got, though, the slicer. The first one I've ever saw yesterday. It moved automatically.
Wow.
Which is fucking good, because people around here are like, I swear to God, like, I need to budget an extra hour into my day if I want somebody to slice meat in Los Angeles. They're pathetic.
It's true.
Every single deli person in Los Angeles, in the greater Los Angeles area, should fucking impale their face on their own dick.
All right.
I hate all of them a lot. But this chick, it was like vroom, 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 which meant that getting me a half a pound of turkey only took like 12 minutes. Since the machine did the actual job.
Those machines look fun.
But a little bit scary, because I've operated those. I worked in a restaurant that had a deli section, and so in between shifts we were allowed to go and make sandwiches, it is fun. But I really do, one of my like weird irrational fears is being deli sliced.
Oh yeah.
And it can happen, like that's one of the good things about this machine is I think that happens probably a little bit more than I saw it. I forgot. There was a this is so funny. I forgot all about this. I just moved on. There was a Jersey Mike's, like a sub chain, at Newark Airport, and the guy ahead of me had got some kind of sliced meat sandwich, and I wasn't paying attention, but he goes, "Can you like get me a different sandwich?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, no problem." And then when I moved into view, I could see that there was blood on the deli meat.
Oh.
So the Jersey Mike's guy had like,
Oh.
dude, I've been there. So you get like, people know they've been to delis. If you get a turkey breast, it's like this big. Holding that on one side and then slicing it, no big deal. But sometimes you're down to that much of the turkey breast.
Yeah, the nub.
They do have a little thing that has, it's like I don't know, it's got like spikes on it. It's a metal thing that you can just stick in the end of it so that you're really holding the metal thing and that would hit it first.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're in a hurry. Sometimes you're lazy. Sometimes you're like, yeah, but I only need this much. I'll be fine. Like, it is absolutely, totally possible to fucking
lose your fingertips, get like
thin slice.
fingertip medallions.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
I did that one time with a, I was scalloping potatoes, and I took off a bit of my thumb.
Oh.
And I looked down at all of the potato peels and was like, one of those is a piece of my thumb. I can't tell which one. It's horrible. It was Christmas, too.
Would you rather deli slice some of your fingertips off or eat Danny DeVito's poopy butt?
Eat Danny DeVito's poopy butt.
It's pretty bad to cut your finger off.
It's horrible.
But Danny DeVito is in the penguin costume.
Dude, I've had an irrational fear of deli slicers since I had that job. Like, they really... that's on my short list of things I really don't want. I don't want to be potato peeled.
Shit, that's really bad.
No.
But hospital and stitches and so much worse.
Did you guys know that being peeled alive doesn't necessarily kill you right away? Like if you're actually skinned?
Because you're not bleeding out.
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of people that were like tortured and had their skin peeled off would die from hypothermia.
Wow.
There was a saint. I'm blanking on the name of the saint, but there was a saint that was his skin was peeled off as a punishment for converting somebody to Christianity.
Was it Saint Anger?
I'm gonna find it because it's there's like gross old art of him with his skin missing.
A flayed man.
Yeah.
People like had less technology and a lot more time on their hands, and sadism is not a new concept. If anything, we've gotten less sadistic over time. Some of that old Roman shit. I know I repeated this to you guys recently. I've heard this before, and it doesn't sound possible, but a teacher told me at one time that Romans had a party where they were burning Christians as nightlights, as torches. They like covered them in like sap or something so they would burn. And I guess once the screaming stopped, then they just walked around with their fucking figs and wine.
Yikes.
So crazy.
And steaming people, that's another one.
Yeah, that one's supposed to be like one of the worst ways to die because apparently the heat from the steam doesn't really cauterize your nerves right away, so you get to feel everything.
Yeah, and steam is hotter than boiling water, so
yeah.
That's bad.
What a fun conversation.
Saint
That's metal.
Bartholomew, by the way, is the flayed saint. There's like statues of him that show all of his musculature and he's holding his skin and stuff.
Oh yeah, Silver Surfer.
Looks pretty badass.
It's just pretty badass. And
Oh, is that him
gross.
wearing his skin as like a toga?
Yes.
Skin toga.
He's like the saint of leather workers and stuff, which is kind of fucked up if you think about it. Yeah. They flayed him.
Wow.
Shout
He
out
didn't
to Saint
stand
Bart.
up when he got skinned, did he?
I wouldn't if I were skinned.
It seems like he was alive for quite a while.
How much would you
Wow.
need to get paid to eat a skin sandwich? You don't know whose skin it is.
$100,000. I mean,
Is it cooked?
is it tasty or is it real bad?
I assume our skin's like okay.
It's probably going to be really tough to chew if it's not cooked.
Yeah, it's not cooked.
Sliced real thin.
Like if you just put St. Bart's ass on a deli slicer.
Right.
If it works like a sandwich, like you can eat it like a normal sandwich, $50,000,
Yeah. I've had sandwiches.
maybe 30.
Yeah, right. I've had sandwiches where the meat is tougher than the bread and you end up kind of, like, that's not. And you get to put, like, whatever your condiment of choice. Throw that on there.
Man, I had a salad at the fucking Denver airport.
That's
And-
kind of the same thing.
Got grilled chicken added to it, and I would have. You would have need to pay me $30,000 to finish that salad.
Wow.
Like that, the fucking chicken chunks in there, It was like chewing a mouthful of rubber bands.
Yeah, airports are special.
Yeah. Is it true? I feel like this isn't even new news, but it's a new headline yet again that Vladimir Putin's bodyguards collect his poop
For
and
what?
take it back to Russia with them.
It's good luck.
Why?
If it is true, it would seemingly be an attempt to stop foreign spies from uncovering information about his health and, I guess, overall genetic makeup. Yeah. Can't you just destroy the poop? Do you really need to take it back to Russia?
You can burn it, right?
Can't you just mix it up with the bodyguard's poop?
I don't know. That's a lot too.
It's a lot to keep it in a bag and fly back to Russia with it.
Maybe they have like a special suitcase or something.
Yeah, it's also got to be embarrassing for him when his poop guards are coming back from like a 2-week trip and they got like mad duffel bags. Like, oh Jesus, man, what the hell was Putin eating that trip?
Right. Yeah. What if you drop an especially rowdy deuce and you're like, okay, you can come get it now.
Maybe it's not real.
Yeah, maybe it's not real. There's a lot of misinformation out there. What with that war going on and all.
How is that war? Stop talking about it, huh?
I see stuff trickle in every now and then. It seems like it's still the same thing. You know, they're still pressing forward. Neither side wants to give up. One of the things I saw was it appears the age of Russian troops is going up because they're just running out of bodies to throw at this.
Oh, that's good news. Maybe they'll
We'll
run
see.
out.
Yeah.
I wonder about that. I mean, how
How does
many
it stop?
troops? How many troops did they send there in the first place? There's a lot of people in Russia. There's got to be 100 million people in Russia.
Yeah.
They can't have sent more than 100,000 ground troops.
But they're losing, you're saying. They're dying.
They're not dying, but it's not the obliteration. Like if you look at Ukraine and Russia on a map and like this country wants this country, it's like, oh, Russia's getting that country.
Yeah.
The fact that they're putting up a fight for this long and causing so much like property loss too, because they're losing their tanks, they're losing all their military equipment. So, I mean, it doesn't seem like either side is winning, but the fact that it's not just complete and utter domination does kind of make Russia look like a bunch of bitches.
I saw a graphic that showed like the parts of Ukraine that were under Russian control, and it evolves with throughout the days or weeks of the conflict, and the territory within Ukraine that Russia controlled was like never more than maybe like 20% of it. But of course there's strategic, one bit's worth more than another, but they're going after ports and shit like that. And you see it sort of like bloom Russian control over Ukrainian territories, and then it does retract. So in that sense, it's moving in the right direction, I believe. Ukraine is reclaiming territory, not losing more territory.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So they might win?
This is sort of I'm not a military expert, but this is like the question that everybody's always wondered ever since the end of World War II. How can a country that doesn't have scruples, how could they ever lose a war when they've got chemical weapons and they could just win? When they've got nuclear weapons and they could just win?
But it's in Russia, so they'll blow themselves up a bit.
Ukraine's not in Russia.
I mean,
it's next to it.
Yeah,
But they want it to be.
if you blew up Ukraine, Russia's going to get a hit too. It's attached to it.
I think they have like more targeted nuclear shit that they could use now. Even at that, like it wasn't, they blew up cities in Japan, and still like my wife's family is only a couple train stops from Hiroshima, and they weren't blown up. Now I know that they have nuclear weapons today that are far bigger than those, but I don't think they only have ones that are far. I mean, how many times have we seen in movies where it's like, oh, they got a nuclear device, or
Why don't they blow them up then?
because I think the world has sort of vowed that,
If you do that, you're going to be in big trouble.
yeah.
That's fair.
And it's just sort of like, and okay, so I have a nuclear weapon, and I'm going to lose a war, and I'm going to look like a bitch, and I'm going to lose a bunch of money, and I'm going to lose face and people, etc., and I could just win it. But if I do that, is the world really willing to blow the whole thing up over Ukraine? Like, this has just always been the central question ever since we've
But
all...
you got to think, if you drop a nuke on them, that there's a good chance someone's going to think about dropping one on you.
Right. And then you think there's a really good chance that Russia's going to go, well, if you're going to drop one on me, then I'm going to drop one on all you guys.
Yeah.
This has
Which
been...
is the end of the world, and I
Yeah.
don't know if any of them want to do that.
Right. Right.
Because you lose too.
Mhm.
And it's not. I don't think he's a suicide mission guy. Because by now he would have already done it. He wants to live,
One would assume.
and I feel like if you do that,
Mhm.
you're really looking to die.
Right. Right.
You
But...
won't let that go.
No, I understand that, but the whole mutually assured destruction, it just never really occurred to me before this conflict. The whole mutually assured destruction thing rests on the idea that all of the leaders of every country do ultimately want to live above all costs. But
have
like,
nuclear weapons.
yeah, but like,
Does Ukraine have a nuclear weapon?
I don't believe so. But like, Hitler died at a bunker. Hitler was like, you're not gonna fucking put me in jail. You're not gonna parade me around. Like, I feel like there's been plenty of people in history who are like, if I can't win this war, then I don't want to stick around for the aftermath.
Right.
So the assumption that all these people won't do it because they want to save their own skin. And then you go to, well, yeah, but he needs to actually tell this guy, and that guy needs, and two guys need to turn the key, and all it takes is one of them to not turn the key, and the whole thing, and then he can't. It's like, yeah, cool. So now the balance of the universe, or Earth's human life on Earth as we know it, survival, rests on him not having three friends who are just as crazy as he is.
Yeah.
It's held so far. That's not going to hold forever.
Yeah, you're right. Hopefully not, but yeah. Some crazy people.
Yeah, there's some
In charge
super
of
crazy
countries.
people who
Yeah.
I will fucking double or nothing.
Yeah.
Either I conquer the world or else it was a good run.
Yeah. Do you think Hitler would have blown up the world if he could have when he lost?
It's a good question. I'm not a Nazi historian. I'm pretty proud of that because some people are
Fair
pretty into that. There's lots of. All I can say is that I think there's a lot of stuff is known about his intentions and plans beyond the war. So you could probably find some pretty good clues as to that. Like, didn't we even the development of the atom bomb? There's a lot of Germans who were involved with that, right? Like even the I am become death guy. I think that guy was German.
Oppenheimer.
Sounds pretty German to me,
Yeah.
right? I think Hitler was. I think there was a race to who could make the A bomb first, and I'm assuming if Hitler had gotten it, he wasn't going to be too picky about where he used it.
I mean, he also does seem psychopathic to the point to be one of those, like, if
Yeah.
I'm not taking over the world, I'm dying and you're all coming with me.
Also, he would have had the advantage if you're the first person to have the A bomb away.
Right, because you're not going to get hit with one.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah, you just quickly conquer the world.
They didn't have one back then?
No, the U.S. was like developing
Oh.
it during the war, and then we just got it and used it.
Wait, so World War II, that was World War One?
No, World War II, 1940s.
What? But didn't we drop a nuke on Hiroshima?
Yeah, it's World War II.
So we did get nukes.
By the end of World War II, Hitler
was already gone.
Hitler and the U.S. were both trying to develop them throughout the war to end the war, and we got it towards the end of the
And
war,
bombed Japan.
and we're able to use it as part of ending the
How
war.
come
yeah.
we didn't bomb Germany?
That I don't know the answer to. It may have been a timing thing. Had Germany already fallen by then? Maybe. I feel like we didn't really beat the Germans as much as the Russians did. That's a weird thing too. Is that like the USO people? You know, the entertainers that they sent around
Yeah.
to like the USO people were like literally 1 year. We were like, fuck Germany. They're evil psychopaths who probably fuck their moms with sausages. The Russians are our friends. They'll help us beat Germany. And they're like, the next year we were going around. We're like, oh, Russian. Oh, I Rusky. I evil. And they're like, weird. So the Russians are the bad guys now? They were our friends a year ago.
Yeah, it is
We
weird.
fought with, like, I'm led to believe the Russians beat the Germans more than Americans did. And then as soon as
And
the
then
war,
they hated us.
and then as soon as the war was over, it was almost like there's definitely, and there was in World War II non-aggression treaties, right? Where you're like, hey, we both hate that guy. I hate you and you hate me, but we both hate that guy. We can't fight each other and that guy at the same time. So
Yeah.
you and me, it's like pro wrestling shit. You and me call a truce. We'll kick his ass, and then as soon as we can decide if we still want to fight each other when that's over.
Why are we gonna fight each other?
So there was definitely some of that going on. I look at it as going back to like caveman times. It was always like they got a bigger cave than us. We should go over and kick their ass and fuck all their chicks.
Yeah, that
and
sounds cool.
and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And World War I and World War II, it kind of had to happen. It's like every kid needs to like drink way too much and get a SoCo hangover and be like, oh, I get it. There's a limit on this shit. Like man always had that will to do that, and then are the instruments for perpetuating war just got more and more insane. And then it got to the point where we're like, whoa, if we keep doing this, we will actually all destroy each other. Right. But we had to see it. It wasn't enough to just make a machine gun and shoot a bunch of pigs and be like, see, we should never use these. Look at how dangerous they are. We had to fucking kill a generation of poor little kids and go, whoa, whoa, whoa.
What's wrong with this?
It just seems to be human nature, you know?
I saw an elephant knock a tree over today, just by himself. Big tree.
On Sepulveda?
Nah, that would have been way cooler. But it must be cool to be able to just pull trees out of the ground.
Yeah. I
Right.
do it all the time.
Me too. I would
Every
totally-
tree I passed.
Not every tree, because you don't want to take away all the trees. I feel sorry for them. But every now and then I would fuck a tree up.
You should go beat up a bonsai.
What's it? Yeah,
Feel like a
that's-
man.
Is there big bonsais?
I don't think so.
Right, that's a stupid question. Is there a
Aren't they-
big tree that looks like a bonsai?
I think so.
I think bonsais are copying trees, though, right?
I think that's why bonsais are so cool, is because they appear to be trees. I do think that there's a certain kind of tree. I'm really dumb with trees. I do not know. I don't
Me
know what
too.
maple leaves are. I know
Really
what
dumb.
I know what pine trees are. I know what weeping willows are. I know what Christmas trees are. That's it.
I know what gum trees look like.
I don't even know that. But I do
Palm
know that
trees.
there's one kind of tree. There's a lot of them in LA that looks exactly like a humongous piece of broccoli.
I feel like bonsai trees are peaceful. If I
Yeah.
could be fucked, I would like to have a peaceful room that has bonsai trees and a waterfall.
It's kind of nice.
It would be really
That's
cool.
how fucking Lou Reed died. He was just out in his fucking like Karate Kid 2, bonsai tree, fucking sand raking, Tai Chi, fucking chop your gigantic piece of wood you'll never actually break. He was off doing that shit and just killed over and died.
Nice.
It's a pretty good way to go.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like bonsai trees can be around 3 feet, give or take.
Right.
Fully grown, and they can live over 100 years.
What's the damage on a bonsai?
Like a baby?
Well, how long does it take to get fully grown? Because I don't have fucking 60 years to wait for that.
Do you think there was ever like a group of racist mouses that like hung other mouses from bonsai trees?
No.
Right.
I see what you did there, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bonsai tree can take 10 to 15 years to reach maturity.
Yeah.
Some can take up to 30 years.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's why they're so expensive. Is you got to pay for somebody else to house it. Same as avocado trees. Like living in Southern California, having an avocado tree in your backyard, that's the fucking dream. But I think it takes them like 20 years to bear edible fruit. So you really wanna, unless you're an unusually young home buyer, you just want to buy something that's just about ready to drop some avocado turds. But man, if you can go in your backyard and pull down all the fucking avos you need,
Eat some avocado turds.
that's to know what it is to be a god.
How often, once the tree's fully grown, does it pump out avocados? Is it a year-wide thing or nah?
That's a good question. I feel like their season is pretty darn long when I see them around here. What I also see, you know what though? My wife has a coworker that has an avo tree where she's living, and she would give us bags of them, and they were all really like bad, not good. And look, all the shit that we have in stores, I think across the board, it's not natural. You know what I mean? Like it's all been shit that's been genetically modified to be.
Yeah.
It's always that crisp. It's always that sweet. It's identical. It's like a commodity. The problem with the avos that we got from this friend is the peel didn't want to come off. Like you'd peel a little bit and it would break. And then you'd have to take another chip, and you'd never get all of them off, so you'd still have little chips, and you're like, this is fucking... I love avocados, but it's been 10 minutes, and I don't even have this thing peeled yet. So...
You peel them?
Yeah. Why
Why didn't I just cut it? That's a good question. Why didn't I just...
weird technique, buddy.
Yeah. I've never peeled an avocado.
Why did I do that? I do go both ways on it. Oh, you know what? No, I remember. You know why? Because the peel was so soft that if you cut it in half and then put the tablespoon in it, it would go straight through the peel as well. So it was really, really hard to get.
Like this avocado.
It was terrible. It was really bad.
Sounds rotten.
I would like to have a tropical garden, like bananas and pineapples.
Yeah.
Mangoes.
I would really enjoy to have a pineapple and a banana from my house.
Absolutely.
And I feel like banana trees just make your house look good.
True.
It's like you're tropical.
Did you get those baby bananas?
Yeah.
Those are great.
Yeah.
I like them.
If you have a green one, it's supposed to be better for you.
Yeah.
I really want one of those blue ones.
Yeah, I don't want a blue one. I mean, I would eat it, but I don't. I feel like that one's just like.
Yeah.
Why'd they make it blue?
I've never tried it, but I'm desperate to. If I ever see those in Ralph's, which I don't think they even will ever carry them, but
yeah.
Cool if it had a hint of blueberry in it or something.
No, they taste like ice cream.
You don't know that.
That's what they say. That's why I want to eat it.
And then there's those red pineapples, right?
Oh, the pink ones.
There you go.
Yeah. They're just
I would have
crazy
one of those, too.
expensive.
Somebody was going to send us one time, and then I think we lost our
Yeah.
job. I think that may have been what happened.
Whoops.
Hate when that happens.
My bad.
Bill.
I don't miss the job, but I did miss that pineapple. Yeah, we had a lime tree. Those are almost aggravating in a way because I can try very hard to use limes, but I only really need like maybe 2 per week. And
I like limes.
Instead, I
I'll
have
put
like
water. I'll put it in water.
7,000. See, if you would do that, then it's different.
I mean, I guess lemon's better, but I like it. And on fruit.
No, I'd rather have a lime tree than a lemon tree. Yeah. Mangoes are pretty underrated.
They're probably my favorite fruit.
I think every time you have a bite, you're like, oh, fuck, right, I forgot how much I like these.
You gotta get the right one, though.
Yeah, and the seed is bizarre. It's fucking strange what's going on in there.
It makes no sense.
I'm led to believe mangoes are the most popular fruit on Earth.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, because Middle Eastern people fuck them up.
They're pretty fun.
Yeah.
Mango rice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have the rice bit, but whatever.
Is it mango rice with that like that shrimp
White sauce.
mango rice thing?
With what?
Like Thai, isn't that like a Thai street food thing?
Sticky rice?
Yeah, I don't want shrimp in my mango.
No, hard pass. But yeah,
I don't like
will.
shrimp. I used to eat shrimp cocktails when I was a kid because that was like a restaurant thing that I don't know why. So everybody, I think Australia was they call them prawns, but prawns are big in Australia. I don't know if they are anymore, but it was like and they were better. They're like bigger, tastier, less dirty. Like they just seemed like a little bit more cleaner meat back then. But it's a big thing. Like shrimp on the barbie. I don't see anybody. You put prawns on it, but they're just. It's like I feel like lobsters on the barbecue. Sometimes people would have, but shrimp always. You put them on the skewers. So you could just flip like 6 at a time.
Yeah, they grill better than other shellfish because like a lobster is apt to stick to the grill. Yeah.
Oh, I still hate it. Like when you go to Korean barbecue with a group of people, and they do like the unlimited kind, so you just keep ordering meat when your meat runs out. Anytime somebody's like, "Oh, let's do the shrimp," I'm like, "Oh, motherfucker," because it adheres the shell to the meat. So then when you try and peel it off, it gets like stuck, and then the rest of the food fucking stinks and tastes like shrimp shells. I don't like grilled shrimp. I don't want to put any shrimps on any Barbies. No offense.
No.
Intended.
Thank you for apologizing because I was getting triggered.
Look, you people bloom all the onions you want. Yeah. I'm a live and let live.
I never seen anybody in Australia bloom an onion either.
That's good because I don't have kind things to say about those either.
Yeah, I don't really care about that one either. I think I got it once because it was like, bloody hell, mate, blooming onion. I was like, I got to see that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool.
I think literally the only time I've ever had bloomin' onion is when I bought 3 of them as props for the Woodsman.
Right, that's right. We ate some of that too.
Yeah, they were like 2 days old by then.
They're real bad.
I had a little bit in the car. I remember I was real hungry. I had to drive out to, it's not a lot of Outbacks around here. I drove out to like Burbank to go to Outback just to get like 3 takeout bloomin' onions. And then I was just sitting there in the car and I'm like, they are fried. I mean, it's an onion ring.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
I'll
Pretty much. Almost exactly.
I think because I just got it. We're like going up a mountain. Like, what happens if somebody fucking falls and accidentally shits on the bloomin' onion? Then that whole scene is fucked. So I just brought 3 of them. Like, yeah, no one's gonna notice if I pick up.
You
one of
guys
them.
do artichoke. We don't do that.
I think it's a very West Coast thing. I never saw that till I moved out
I
here.
thought it
Oh,
was-
really?
When I first discovered that, I was like, this is cool.
Oh,
Artichokes were big in my household growing up in Jersey.
Mm.
And anytime I see an artichoke thing on a menu, to this day, I still get it. I fucking love artichokes.
you know Jones, that place was like across the street from Formosa
Yeah,
Cafe. Yeah. When I first moved out here, there was a girl I used to hook up with that lived in LA, and she took me for lunch there, and she's like, "Oh, you must try the artichoke." And it was just you pick the piece.
Yep.
Oh, it's like a cactus leaf, and you dip it in the
Yep,
little
in the
tangy
butter.
mayo sauce, and use the top teeth to scrape off a tiny little bit of vegetable, and then you repeat that 7,000 times.
Yeah.
I was like, I could just move back to New York.
Okay. No artichokes for Telly.
It is a lot of work for very little payoff.
I like working with my food.
You'll eat a crab in a shell?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Just don't really like fish stuff that much, but yeah, I like eating crabs. I like smashing their arms open. It's cool.
Just no Joe's Crab Shack.
Who? What?
No Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's a different seafood entirely.
Why?
This is just shit food. Tony just texted me, did we upload the last Hawk versus Wolf episode?
Nope. The one that you just did?
That I did on Saturday?
Yeah, no, because our internet was out until yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was planning on doing that today. You guys have like several episodes in the bank already, right?
Yeah, but they're...
Did he want to push that one ahead?
Man, now I want crabs.
Me too. I mean, not that kind.
Oh, you're reminding me of the man who contracted super gonorrhea.
What a G.
Yep. Anybody can catch the clap from a sex worker in Cambodia, but it took an especially virile Austrian man to catch a new strain of super gonorrhea. Drug-resistant sexiness.
Man,
Permanently? Like they can't fix it?
It is resistant to most antibiotics commonly used to treat gonorrhea. This is the second time a super gonorrhea strain has been detected. So I think they find, I think there's a bunch of different kinds of antibiotics, and for the most part, yeah, anything will take care of gonorrhea. But every now and again, somebody gets super gonorrhea, and it's like, this antibiotic didn't do anything. We'll try that one. This one didn't. This one didn't. And then finally, you get like 8 down the line. You go, okay, that one cured it. But holy fuck, guys, we're starting to see some strains of gonorrhea that put up a pretty good fight to antibiotics. And
fuck.
should one ever become fully antibiotic resistant, it would be... it could just mean that people all over the world, like, you know, like everybody who's ever had sex has HPV kind of thing, like everybody would have gonorrhea. Most cases do not produce symptoms, but symptoms can include discharge and painful urination, painful testes, irregular vaginal bleeding, and even in asymptomatic cases can cause infertility.
Oof.
How do you get mega gonorrhea? Like, how does that happen?
Like somebody has a different strain of gonorrhea, baby.
Yeah, but how... Oh.
Yeah,
And, it's just,
and then you fuck. And in this case, an unidentified man in his 50s had condomless sex with a female sex worker in Cambodia in April, so only 2 months ago.
Wow.
5 days later, experienced painful urination and had discharge coming out of his penis. He... wow, this is very, very specific. So usually they treat gonorrhea with azithromycin, and that didn't do shit. So then they tried ceftriaxone, cefixime, cefotaxime, ciprofloxacin, and tetracycline. And maybe it was the tetracycline that finally got it, but they're like, it's just generally a concern when you need to take that many antibiotics to
Holy
find one.
shit.
But they got it.
Yeah.
I wonder if super gonorrhea hurts your penis more.
I don't think so.
Gonorrhea hurts your penis, right?
Yep.
Yes.
If you let it go.
This guy, 5 days later, had
God damn
painful urination and a discharge coming out of his dick.
I've had it twice.
When they say super gonorrhea, I don't think they mean that it's especially painful. They mean that it's especially strong.
Difficult to treat.
In standing up to treatments. Yeah, yeah.
Man, that's like, hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville. Welcome to Jackass. You're a 50-year-old guy going to Cambodia and just raw dogging hookers.
It is a
Woo!
pretty crazy move to raw dog a prostitute in Cambodia. It's pretty crazy to raw dog a prostitute.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
pretty crazy for a prostitute to agree to be raw dogged. There's a lot of crazy
Well,
if you
it depends on
analyze
your
it.
scale of prostitute too, though. You know, if it's like an upscale one, they usually get you tested and they test before you do it.
Yeah.
That one,
Oh, wow.
yes. But ones where it's just like some really broke village where they probably don't even have a doctor. Like, that chick's just rocking it. You realize that? Like, she ain't getting help.
Yeah, she's not getting trioxyflipsone.
Yeah.
She just got it.
I don't even know in this scenario, is it maybe like if you have somebody who, you know, their economic scale of income and what can they can expect to make is so much lower than yours. Like, what if you say, no, you need to use a condom, and the guy's like, did I say 50? Make it 100, and I don't want to use a condom. Maybe the chick's just like, fuck, $100 like feeds my family for a month. All right. It's possible.
You'd think that she was in a little bit of pain having super gonorrhea and then getting a penis put up there.
Maybe.
I would assume that, because I've had gonorrhea. If, like, when it starts to kick in, you don't want to fuck.
But if she had drug-resistant gonorrhea, and if we can safely assume she had less access to high-quality health care than this Austrian guy who went there on vacation,
Right.
she may have just been asymptomatic. She may have had it for a year.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember
Oh.
thinking when I was at, like, this resort thing in Bali, there was this really beautiful girl who was like a maid. She was just always around, like, you know, like picking up plates after breakfast and bringing shit to people's rooms. And I felt like I caught her eye a couple times. And first I'm like, oh, I think the cute maid's like thinks I'm kind of cute. And then I was like, I told you later on in that trip, I was in the pool with my son and we were playing ball. And every time the ball got away from us, either an old British man or the prostitute that he was staying with would throw the ball back to us. So it was a pretty open thing that was part of the local economy. I wondered later on, like months later, I was like, oh, I wonder if that girl would have been open for just little extra money on the side. If, you know, if I could have sent the family out for the day and stayed home for a massage or something, maybe that chick fucking turns tricks in addition to working at this hotel.
Right.
It doesn't seem like that would be totally out of place with a lot of others. And I was like, it's just different. It was a very lovely place. I really like the country. I don't want to make it sound more seedy than it was, because it was there, but it was like just behind a screen door. Like, it wasn't hard to find, but it also wasn't in your face. You know, I remember one night, we were usually in kind of early because I was with kids. The one night that I think I wanted to eat and everybody else didn't want to, so I was like, I'll just walk into town. I walked off the resort and walked down the main road, and all of a sudden there's a bunch of really loud, shirtless Australian guys yelling at each other and people like offering drugs on the street. And I'm like, oh, this is a whole different fucking after midnight.
Right.
This is a whole different ball game that I was in the town and I wouldn't have seen it because you didn't see that at 10 a.m.
I think it's cool that they have prostitutes. If I was old and I had a lot of money and I was lonely, I'd like to have a pretty girl like stay at the hotel with me. It sucks that somebody can like make that you would go to jail for that.
Well, it sucks that they can't. There's got to be there's no perfect way to do anything. People get exploited in totally non-sex work situations, so there's never going to be a perfect situation. But I agree. Like with that guy who fucking owns the New England Patriots that just went to a rub and tug before he flew his private jet to the Super Bowl, like because his wife is dead. He's a fucking widower.
Yeah.
Where's the victim in this crime? Well, maybe those chicks were sex trafficked. We know that happens at rub and tugs in America. If you could clean that shit up, like, because yeah, Yeah, like if my wife dies and I'm 70 and there's like, yeah, there's just the brothel on the corner. It's McBlowjobs.
Yep.
Ah. But I don't, like, I could imagine, let's just assume that girl, that maid, that I wasn't imagining things, that was on the table. She's very cute. I was on vacation in Bali. I could see taking advantage of that. But in reality, I don't know what that chick's, maybe that chick's got some abusive boyfriend that, she's got to bring home some certain amount of money. Like, I don't like thinking about the potential dark side that she could be hiding from me. If you can take real steps to eliminate that dark side, then fuck yeah, bro.
I mean, if you made it legal and they pay taxes on it, it would, I'm not saying all creeps disappear,
Of course
but it
not.
would definitely fucking make a difference.
I think so. How could it not?
Same as weed.
Yeah.
Buying sketchy weed,
Yeah.
looking around, fucking versus go in the store. Every time you go to the store, it's weed.
Mm-hmm.
It's never bird seeds or no one ever holds a knife to your neck. You just get the weed.
Yeah. Well, and like if you want to check your privilege, you're looking at that from the side of the person who's buying it. What about the people who sell weed?
Yeah. You're terrified.
Yeah, fucking 30 years in jail for
Yeah.
selling somebody a quarter.
It's fucking bullshit.
Fuck.
Not. What about if it's your body? It's your fucking vagina. You say I'm going to go to jail for using my vagina?
Yeah.
If you're wanted, you're not trafficked.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yeah, I want to be a prostitute. Like, I could do that.
Yeah. I actually found myself...
I'd rather that than like work a
Work?
normal job.
Right, sure.
I would.
Yeah.
But I get different people, different things. Like, it won't affect me that much.
Yeah.
But I think it would definitely affect some people in a way where it's not worth it.
I actually found myself wondering the other day, so UNLV, University of Nevada, Las Vegas, big college. They used to have they might still have pretty competitive college sports teams. It's right there by the airport. When you actually, depending on which direction you go, and you'll go past their arena. If you go to UNLV, does everybody there know a girl who's a prostitute? Because it just seems like you have 20,000 young people, so 10,000 of them are girls, and we all know that there's people who escort at the casinos. Like, you're right there. There's, what college campus doesn't have a bunch of pretty young girls on it? There's got to be somebody who's fucking made that connection between young broke student. You always hear about the girl who's doing this or doing that to put herself through school. There's a big fucking college right there. It's like a 10-minute drive from the Strip. I wonder if you go to UNLV, if it's just like, yeah, no, that girl escorts.
I knew a girl at the gym a long time ago, super hot, and the owner of the gym was like, you know what she does for a living? I'm like, no. She's an escort. I was like, wow, that must be a lot of money. Because she was like really, really hot, like a supermodel looking lady. And she's an escort. I don't know how that all goes down, but she was rich as fuck too.
Yeah. I'd be curious to know how it goes down, just the ins and outs of it.
Yeah. I mean, I have a friend that does it, it sounds tough, man. Like, and she gets to pick her clients, and they get tested and all that stuff. But it sounds tough sometimes because it's people that can't get laid. They're not going to be like people. It's not 9 times out of 10 they're going to be odd.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Or coked out, all that kind of shit. I feel like that happens a lot.
Well, and there's also the famous thing that Charlie Sheen quoted Cary Grant as saying, which is, you don't pay the prostitute for sex, you pay her to leave afterwards. You just
That's him.
You just,
a lot of people want the company,
Yeah. But it's unavoidable that some of the people who are going to get into that are going to be like, well, the great part is I can treat her like shit.
Right.
It's not my girlfriend. It's not my wife.
They use that as an outlet.
That's part of what I'm paying for.
Yeah.
Like, how I drive a rental car?
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah, which is tough.
Of course it is.
But it depends on, if it's your create, like you gotta love your job. If you're like, I'm creating a thing for this client that they want for the money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if he doesn't like me. I'm acting like I don't exist.
Yeah.
To fulfill his
Sure.
fantasy.
Right. If you're a waiter, you're like showing
Right.
somebody an amazing night, even
Right.
if you're like, this person's the scum of the earth.
Yeah, but if you're like, the last thing I want to do is sleep with this person right now, and then you do it,
Yeah.
it's not going to be good for you.
No. No, of course not. Again, I'm reminded of, where did I read this? Some article about some Las Vegas hospitality thing. Somebody wrote a book about it where they were saying, like, for the high rollers, like, they pretty much had like a flip book of this girl could come by and that girl could come by. And again, this girl, when you walk through the casino, people will be like, man, that guy can pay for a really nice prostitute.
Yeah.
And this girl, when you go out to dinner, people might think it's your daughter. People might go, wow, this guy, how does such a disgusting old man attract such a nice girl? Because you would never guess this girl. So that's what I'm interested in, is who's the, again, like, does UNLV have to kick pimps off the campus? Because it seems like it would be inevitable. If you're telling me the casinos are offering their whales girls who just look like the girl next door, where the fuck are you going to look other than the college campus where, Playboy used to always do the girls of the Big Ten, or the girls,
That's sketchy.
That was like, for every college had their moment in the sun with that. I'm positive Playboy did the girls of UNLV. Like, it's not like it never occurred to anybody. There's pretty girls who go to a college in a really sunny state in the biggest party town in maybe the world.
We had a girl in our group of friends who was very cute and very, like, she was very sweet and ended up doing porn. And that was like a huge surprise to the people who actually knew about it. But man, it was such a, like, my buddy sent me a link to it, and it wasn't like, a vivid high-end production. It was like, she must have just found some listing on Craigslist, and it was in some like dingy, gross, depressing apartment, and the guy had like the biggest bush and like big hairy nuts, and there was like a fucking growth on it, and she like licked his nuts and accidentally licked the growth. It was like, oh no, what are you doing? You didn't have to make this decision in life. Why are you licking this guy's hairy tumor?
Tumor.
It was
in porn.
It was fucked up. And like,
he was
of
starring
all
in,
things to get into when you have a tumor on your junk.
He was starring
porn.
in It Is a Tumor 6.
Yeah, it has to be. Is it? Yeah, is it about tumors? Or is
Quado Gun Wild.
Does it get brought up like, hey, that's not an extra bowl, it's a tumor or anything?
I don't know. She licked that motherfucker, and like,
God.
I saw like the comments in it. It wasn't a very popular video, but the comments were like, Jesus Christ, dude, you knew you were shooting. Shave your nuts, Borat.
Yeah.
And then people were like, ew, what's that thing she licked?
And I haven't shaved. I don't know what. Well, Katie's like, why don't you stop shaving your legs? So I haven't. And I've never got past like it getting long because it just feels. I don't like it. It feels sticky, like grabs me and stuff.
Yeah.
But I've just given into it, and now I'm like, I don't really want to shave my dick anymore. I just feel like bald balls and all hairy legs doesn't look right. So now I've got like hair in my taint, and I've got hair everywhere, and sometimes it like I feel it, and I'm like, but I'm just rolling with it. And now I only shave my arms, and I feel like I'm just gonna give that up. I feel like I'm about to just go like give up. I'm about to just let it all grow out. I don't know. Maybe that's a look.
You can
I
dread
feel like
it.
Katie likes manly people more, and I've just like been a girly man this whole time. If I'm like hairy chest, hairy legs, I look more like a man. So I'm like, I'm just waiting for her to be like, hey, what's up with your balls? But right now I'm like, I don't fucking care about anything anymore.
I'm preparing for my role in, hey, what's up with your balls 9?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Until then, just
And maybe my friend will lick your nuts.
Right.
Oh, man.
I guess it's better for jiu-jitsu though.
How?
Because when you got hair, you can get tractions. People can't slip out of stuff as
That's
good.
right. That's why Dagestan, number 1.
That's why. You don't want to go on the ground with Dagestanis because you can't get back up because they're stuck to you. The little fucking spider hairs just lock in.
You know how many guys are just lost in Habib's beard forever?
Yeah. He has like 4 or 5 guys in there at all times. They've never got out. That's what I want to do. I want to be a hairy, I'm the outback anaconda, which is weird because snakes don't have hair.
I'm going to get lost in your ball hair. I can't wait. Whatever happened to Katie?
Who?
Me.
She's on walkabout.
Oh.
For some weird reason, this reminds me of this story. A 62-year-old English priest has been suspended for, I don't know, like a couple months or something, for performing a baptism wearing only his underpants.
What was the scenario that got him?
Well, Jason, he had no choice.
Did he spill spaghetti sauce on his clothes?
He says he was about to leave on holiday with his wife. Their Church of England. Right. So he's about to go on vacation.
I fell on the potatoes.
A little bit. And at the last minute, somebody said, "Hey, Vicar Clive Roger Evans, can you perform a full immersion baptism?" Which I assume to mean this is like a down by the river kind of baptism thing. And he's like, "Oh, I'm going on holiday." And they're like, "No, he's got the devil in him. He must be baptized right now." So he agreed to stop off with his wife on their way to their holiday destination. He stripped down to his shorts.
Why? Not to get wet?
Yeah, I guess he didn't want to get his pants wet.
Does he have to get in the water?
I think if it's like that, yeah, you like get into
well then what the fuck?
The church ruled that even though it was a last minute request, he did have time to stop and grab some pants, and then he ought to have. And also they took exception to the fact that
he had a raging boner.
He might have. That water may have been pretty murky. He was said to have pinched the bottoms of female parishioners.
All right, that changes things.
Yeah.
All the rest, I was like, whatever. But now, yeah, pinching butts
and
baptizing is not cool. They don't go together like mayonnaise and peanut butter.
It's crazy. Yeah. There was no extreme urgency which might conceivably be imagined to justify a state of semi-nakedness. Who wants to get baptized? Like, it's so important that I be baptized right now, and this is how I've always dreamt of it, by a 62-year-old bum-pinching man in tighty whities down by the river while his wife waits in the car. What is that? I got an emergency wedding one time, and the guy was fully fucking clothed. He totally had time to put pants on.
Emergency wedding?
So, we were, I wasn't working for Sirius. That was during my hiatus, and I was coming back, and I had a start date, and the start date just so happened to be pretty close to my scheduled wedding date, and then we accidentally got pregnant before the wedding. So my chick had already come off of her health insurance in anticipation of coming on the Sirius one, and now all of a sudden she was high and dry and not, like, basically, like, she needed to be married to me so that she could get onto the Sirius healthcare.
Yeah.
So when we got married,
well played, Mark.
Yeah, so when we got married in front of people, we'd actually already been married for like 2.5 weeks or something like that. It was actually very nice. The guy was a fucking jackass during this service. An extreme jackass.
Like how?
Like, he made jokes asking how many people were there from Joyzy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Tell him to shut. He can't. It's inappropriate.
You can't.
You get yourself a hamburger.
Like, I mean, he wasn't. Yeah, exactly. We'd been very, very clear about what we wanted and didn't want. We're like, it's not really religious. There's some religious people here. Say Jesus like twice and then move on for like 5 minutes. And this guy just...
Don't say Joyzy.
He just fucking faked us out. He loved a crowd. And as soon as he had a crowd, he was like, okay, great. I'm in no fucking rush here.
Yeah.
But the thing that he had done, because it was just in his living room with his wife, and his wife was way cooler than he was beautiful. It was actually this really nice service with his really nice wife in a fucking suburban house in like Glendale. And I'm glad I have that because the wedding sucked dick.
It did?
The ceremony, the wedding itself was nice.
Why did it suck dick?
Because he made it really uncomfortable, and everybody's like,
Same guy?
Same guy.
Why'd you get the same guy?
Because we had hired him to do the ceremony in front of all the friends and family, and all the planning was complete. And then we were like, oh, Reverend, fuck, we actually need to make it official a little bit sooner. And we actually didn't need to. We could have just signed the marriage. It's nothing. So, like 2 weeks before we did the big thing, we just ran up to his house, and he did the little thing in his house. And that was really, really nice. And that confirmed my thought, which is we've got the right guy. He's really nice. He's got a way with words. This is the dude that we want. And then fucking some sort of Vegas showman showed up 2 weeks later. It sucked. It was really uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's unprofessional.
It is. They're out there.
It's a weird job to want to have, though.
Yeah.
It is. There's not a lot of great reasons. Okay, there's one great reason for wanting to be a priest, and that's wanting to be a priest. There's lots of bad reasons to want to be a priest, and it attracts as many, if not more. One is you're a big blowhard who wants to be the center of attention, and you are incapable of doing anything to actually earn respect from the world. So you fucking go to some bullshit college for 18 months, get a collar, and every time you show up at a restaurant, it's like, oh, Father, have a seat. Because you've just earned this respect from people because they're afraid, like...
You didn't earn it from me.
You know how, what was like Dio said that, like, you know, this thing is like Italian grandmas would be like cursing you with Satan or something?
Yeah.
That's how a lot of people, older people, I don't know what it's like to be like a 30-year-old Christian nowadays, but in the world that I grew up in, it's like people thought that the priest had like fucking Jesus in one pocket and Satan in the other, and if you looked at him wrong, he could fucking throw it at you. So they respected the priest like the priest was God, even though he's just some fucking guy. And they like live in a nice house, and there was always a couple of weird old ladies, some of whom seemed like they wanted to fuck the priest, some of whom actually did fuck the priest, who would cook and clean for them, and they would get to drive like a Cutlass Supreme and go golfing when they weren't saying mass, and it was a pretty cushy job. And then it was a place where people could go because they didn't want to work very hard, and it's a pretty easy job. And if you're like asexual, people forget it's always about like, are they gay? Are they gay? There's a lot of asexual ones. There's a lot of guys who are like, I'm not really interested in having sex with women anyway. So if that's the only thing that I give up, and everyone looks at me like I made some great big sacrifice, and in exchange, I have a guaranteed paycheck, guaranteed retirement. Some old lady fucking cooks and cleans for me, and all I need to do is stand on this thing twice a week and go, Lord.
I'd like to be a priest.
It's a pretty sweet gig, dude.
Yeah, I think I'd be good at it. Like giving the sermons and shit. I'm a good talker.
Yeah.
I would obviously have to read the Bible, but you know how they do this thing, which means this, and this. I could make up a whole bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
for sure.
And if you,
but I have to not fuck anymore,
right?
Because I feel like if I'm a priest, I got to be a priest. I wouldn't feel good about telling everybody to
being a creepy priest.
Yeah, I feel bad about it. Even if I don't want to have a wife, you know.
And also, like, the people that are asexual and they're just like, well, I guess I'll just become a priest.
I would like to do exorcisms.
Yeah.
I would like to be like the exorcist guy. You know how he accidentally got thrown out the window down the stairs? But he was a boxer before that, remember? He was a pro boxer before he was a priest. So I could be that. Like, when I'm older, just retire, move to Italy.
Yes.
Do, like, exorcisms. Maybe at one point take the demon and put it in my body and jump out the window. I would do that, especially if I'm older. It's a very noble thing to do.
Scary way to go, though.
Because the demon's in you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fucking go. I'll take him.
You could be the sexorcist.
That sounds better.
When the exorcist either is too busy...
Fuck the demon out of him?
Yes.
I could do that.
And all you need to do is go, okay, I'll see you later. Let me get as far away from you as possible so he doesn't jump back into you.
And as you know, Michael, demons don't care if you have a vagina or a penis. They can possess either one. And if you have me, I can fuck it out of either one.
Oh, no, there's a demon in your butt. Yeah, I'll get him.
I'll get it. It's a noble job.
Yes.
And I get to fuck again, too.
Yep. They call me the semen demon.
Ooh. I don't know if that's a good priest name, but yeah.
Father Semen Demon?
Yeah, I don't know how many people are coming to that one. But it does sound cool. I would do that. All right, everybody, we got to fuck off. Remember to Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, a live show with the great Will Pendarvis. So it's going to be a good show. Maybe I'll get some other people to come over. I don't know. But right now, that's where it stands. So I'll see you guys Friday. Obviously, I'll be back here tomorrow with Awesome World. I'm going to San Diego tonight to do some stand-up. If anybody's near the Comedy Store in La Brea. Wait,
La
no,
Jolla?
La Jolla, yeah. Come check it out. Don't die.
Bing, boing, poing, 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 poing. Poing, poing, poing. Boing, 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 boing. Meow, 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 meow. Fucking meow, meow. Big fat boy.
Fucking boy. Big fat boy. Fucking boy. Bing boing boy. Boing fucking boy.
Bing boing boing.
Big fat boy.